We skip the light fandango. Today I am going to teach you how to play A Whiter Shade of Pale by the British rock band Procol Harum. I don't know if that's how you say it. Tell me if I'm wrong. Anyways, if that's what you're looking for, stick around. This is a fantastic tutorial. I'm Brenda Earl-Stokes. I'm the owner and creator of Piano and Voice with Brenda. I make wonderful, creative, and practical resources to help singers, pianists, and people of all backgrounds how to become a more versatile musician. Before we hop into the tutorial for this one, I do have a free lyrics and chords printable. People love these. People download them by the thousands, totally free. All you have to do is go to pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com/a whiter shade of pale. You'll see here that there's a dash in between each word, which I had to do for the website. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into studio mode. Here we go. We found it. So Whiter Shade of Pale is a very, very interesting song because it's one of a few songs that I know of that was inspired by classical music. And in this case, it was inspired by the melodies and harmonies of Johann Sebastian Bach. And in particular, this song features a descending bass line that was very similar to J.S. Bach's famous Air on a G string, which is really beautiful. And I'm going to leave a link to it down below if you want to listen to it and kind of explain. This also sounds a little bit like When a Man Loves a Woman by Percy Sledge, which was released a year before this song. So there was something in the air, something in the water at that time where people were in particularly very interested in, that particular music. And that shows up from time to time. So the good thing about this particular song is that we're in the key of C, and that's going to make life very, very easy for us because there is a lot of stuff going on, which is great. So we are going to have a look at the chords themselves. And what happens in this particular piece is that the chords find their way down the scale. And remember I mentioned that there's this descending thing that happens. I'll show this to you in a minute. Right? And this is the descending. You can see the left hand is walking down. So it goes, you miss the light fandango. Da 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 do dee doo doo. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So what's happening is it's walking down the scale, which is happening over and over again, which is pretty neat. And it's a very compelling thing. It almost sounds religious in a way, which is very, very cool. So what I'm doing here is I am starting out by playing the C chord, right? And then the bass note is changing, but the chord is staying the same. So I'm going C to C over B. Then I'm going to play A minor in first inversion. And I'm just doing that with an A in the bass. And then it's walking down. A minor stays over G. So we're going to go C, C over B, and then A minor in first inversion, A minor over G. And then we're going to F, which I'm doing here in second inversion. And then F over E, just like that. And then I'm going to go to D minor in root position, and then D minor over C. So you see that my left hand has just walked down the scale, and my right hand has only played 4 chords. It's played a C chord twice, then it's played A minor in first inversion, right? Notice only one note is changing. Then I change to F, which notice only one note is changing there. And then I go to D, which only one note is changing there. Okay. And meanwhile, the left hand is just plunking down the scale. So let's try that again. Oops, I'm sorry. Da 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 da. And now we've finished that whole cycle. We're going to start on G and march our way down. G, G over F, feeling kinda da-da, E minor, right? In second inversion to E minor over D. And that's one whole cycle of this. And this is going to happen several different times. Okay. So let's do this whole thing again. It goes C, C over B, A minor over G, F, F over E, D minor over C. And then we're going to go reset to G, G in first inversion, to G over F, E minor over D. And then we're going to go back down and we can walk down the scale, C to C over B, A minor over G, F, we did this before, F, and then we're going to go D minor, and then G7. Okay, and that's the first kind of verse cycle. So let's give this a go. And actually, you're not even going to really play time or anything because just this walking down is going to be all you need to do. So let's try it together. If you notice the chords change color, that's showing you that the pedal, this is pedal off, this is pedal on. So they turn pink. All right, so it goes, we skip the light fandango, turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, the waiter brought a tray. And now we're going to the G7. And so now we're in the chorus, right? So the waiter brought a tray, and so then we play the G7. That's our indication that we're in the chorus, and then we're going to do the same cycle again. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that our face at first just ghostly turned Now we're changing the whole thing here. So we just keep doing this cycle. We've done it several times now. We play the chorus, start on the G7 and come down. And then what we're going to do is go from the 1 chord to the 4 chord to the 1 chord to the 5 chord. So we're going to go C to F to C and to G. And so I'm going from C to F in second inversion. So this is our typical cadence kind of pattern that we do. So you can see that it's voice led there, right? The bottom note stays the same. And then we're going to the G like that, which is B, D, G, just like that. So that's pretty much the whole song, except for the beautiful organ thing, which I will show you in a minute. But let's do that one more time from the top so that you can play along with me and just kind of find your way through it. So we're going to imagine the beautiful organ prelude, which I am going to teach you in a second, and the beautiful prelude that comes back again in the middle, which is so beautiful. So we're going to imagine we play that, and we're going to get right into the song. Okay. We skip the light fandango, turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, the way waiter brought a tray, G7, and so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale. Good. So then we're back into the little choral or the little organ thing. So you might say, what if I want to move the groove along a little bit? You can pulse. Pulsing would sound really, really good. You don't have to. Turn cartwheels across the floor. But if you wanted to, you could also do our pop rock groove. We skip the light fandango. So you could do any version of that. And when I do the playthrough in a little bit, I am going to play some variation of those just so you're not just playing half notes all through the entire song. So now we're going to get into this organ intro. And because our right hand is now going to be playing melodic material, our left hand has to cover the chords. And this is where people get like, what am I doing? What am I doing? If you are accompanying yourself singing, or if somebody is singing, then your right hand plays the chord, your left hand plays the root or the bass line, whatever. Whenever you're playing melody in the right hand, your left hand has to play the chord. And in this case, it has to play the chord in such a way that we still get that descending bass line. So I'm going to show you what this looks like, and then I'm going to break it down for you. So it goes... Doesn't that sound beautiful? I mean, you tell me that's not incredible. So I'm going to show you how we're going to play the chords. It's the same thing that you have already played. So there is nothing new here. It's just how we're going to put the bass line and the chords in the left hand is the tricky bit. So we're going to start out with C triad, right, in root position. And then we need to play a C over B. So what we're going to do is switch the C to a B. And you might say to yourself, well, that's an E minor chord now. Who cares? You're just going to play C over B. Right? And then you're going to do the same thing with A minor in root position, and then A minor over G. So you're going to switch the A to a G, just like that. Then we're going to play F, and you guessed it, F over E. The F is going to turn into an E. And then D minor, and then D minor over C. So all that's happening is we're taking the chord, and then we're moving the bottom note down to the next scale note. Then A minor, down to the next scale note, and then F to the next scale note, and then D minor to the next scale note. Okay. Then we're going to go up to G and do the same thing. G, bottom note goes down. Then it's E minor, bottom note goes down. And then we're going to go from C to F. C, and then we're going to go F to root position, G root position. And then we're going to do an F over A. Isn't that pretty? And then G over B. And then we're into the song where what's going to happen is you see my right hand is going to take over. You see how I do that? So that we've gone here, and then my right hand is going to take over. My left hand is going to go down. So you want to practice that coordination. So I'm going to play the chords, and I'm going to sing the little melody line so you can hear it. Da, 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 You miss the light, Fandango. See how we did that? So now we have to learn the right hand melody. And I'm going to have each line written up here if you want to learn it, or you can, I'm a video, so you can go, I always say that, I'm a video. So you can go around and around as many times as you would like, just to play around with it. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And so you'll notice, you see I passed my second finger. Yeah, that's a good fingering. So you're going to start 3, third finger, and then you're going to go, and you're going to go up to your third finger on A. So let's do that much again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then my third finger is going to stretch up to the A. 2, 3, da, da. And then I'm doing the F, dee, doo, dee. And it's fast. Dee, doo, dee. That's right. Dee, dee, dee. So we'll try that section one more time. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Reach up your third finger. 2, 3, da, da, do, do, do. And then you're going to go da, da. So I'm going from my thumb playing on the D, stretching up to my third finger on the B. And then I'm going to do that same thing I just did a minute ago. Do, dee, da, da, da. That's it. Yeah. So let's try that one more time. 3, 4, the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and da da da. 2, 3, 4. Reach up your third finger. 2, 3, da 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 da. Good. Now we're going to play this sort of moving pattern. Dee doo dee da 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 doo 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 dee doo. So once we go da da da, do do do, and then I'm going to play my fourth finger. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do that section again from the da 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 for the E minor. Da da da. 2, 3, 4, and fourth finger. Ba dee da da. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to reach down to the B. So dee da dee da 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 dee da 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 da. And this will take some practice, and that is okay. So let's put them together, okay? And you're going to want to work on this a bunch, and you can see it's all up on the screen. So rewind me. I'm a video. Rewind me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, that's so beautiful. And then slow motion. You miss it. So it's important that you practice that transition. So we're going to do this together slowly a couple of more times, just so you can see how it goes together. And then you're just going to rewind me a ton. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh, listen to how beautiful that is. Slow motion. You miss the broad fandango. Do you see how we put that together? So the cool thing about this song is that interlude comes in again in the middle. And if you wanted to, you could change it up a little bit if you wanted to kind of improvise based on that. And I might play around with that a little bit, just in general as I do the playthrough, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. So let's do the playthrough. That's the song. Like, that's it. That's the whole song, which is so wild because it just feels like a symphony. It's really quite magical. So let's give it a whirl. 1, 2, 3, 4. We skip the light fandango, turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. Humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, the waiter brought a tray, and so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale. She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wandered through my playing cards, would not let her be one of 16 Vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And though my eyes were open, they may as well be closed. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her first at first was ghostly, turned a wider shade of pale. Does that not sound amazing? if I do say so myself. That's all we're doing, is we're just trying to bring to life what is there. And you'll notice on the way out, I just sort of had the idea of like, what if I took the same chords and just broke them up? So I played. You could do any of that. You could go like broken like that if you want to. You could pulse them. You can kind of do anything you want with this. And that's what's fun about faking, is that there's no written sheet music here that's telling you exactly what to play. You can kind of throw in whatever kind of makes sense based on your skill set or based on what your ear is telling you to do. And it's funny because I haven't actually ever played it like that before, but just in that moment, my left hand was like, I know what you should do. So I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If it was, please leave me a huge thumbs up. I know there's some tricky components to this, but leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of the tutorial. You can give me a little cheers, or you can tell me something you were surprised by, maybe in the arrangement or what you discovered as you were practicing it. And heck, leave your song requests below, because I'm always making new videos and it's great to hear what kind of songs people are interested in learning, because I get so many great ideas from you guys. If you want to know more about me, you should check out my website, pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com. There you will find a myriad, a plethora, a Googleplex of fantastic resources. And you'll also learn how you can work with me either one-on-one. I do teach private lessons to tons of my viewers. It's so much fun that we can work on special things you want to work on with your singing or your piano playing or both. Don't be intimidated because I have a big YouTube channel. I work with all levels and I have so much fun. If you're a beginner or beginner level player, amazing. If you're more advanced too, you're welcome, but don't be intimidated. Just reach out, shoot me an email, and I'll leave it here for you. And also, I have an incredible membership called the Versatile Musician, which again, a lot of the viewers meet me that way and end up in the membership. I have so many courses in there that will take you through all the skills you need to know, whether chording or playing by ear or reading music or music theory or your technique, anything. It's all in there for about $2 a day. You can join. It's really a fantastic place. And we do lots of live things together via Zoom. If you want to know more about that, you can check out theversatilemusician.com and make sure you use coupon code GETSTARTED30 for $30 off your first month. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you were here today, and I will see you next time.